Hi, roses. I'm Rosie, the psychic reader at the Psychic War, and roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the energy, not just look at my Tonka truck like some people do. If that's something you can get into, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the playlist. The playlist is called Don't Stop, and I'm going to get right into this energy. You're too nice to be nice. Definitely the vibe. Okay, flexible. Be flexible here. The vibe is to adapt. Like, you might start feeling good, but just keep in mind that nothing else has changed around you besides your mood, and people are still weird. People are still weirdos. You have vanity here, vain, charmless, excellent, and clingy. Yeah, so you've moved up in rank in some way, and you've got people clinging to your energy. I feel like something has changed, like you had a glow up or some kind, or you stopped being nice, but people like that even more and are like, that's the new nice. Like, mean is the new nice, orange is the new black. What was the other color? What do they really say? It's not orange. Okay, so the high priestess here is coming out. The high priestess is seen as someone who is kind of stuck up sometimes, stuck in a position, not very flexible. She has to stay in this position of being the high priestess. I'm getting that in some ways. Maybe you're resonating with that energy all of a sudden. You understand what it means to have to stay in a certain place and not really move around too much. But with flexibility coming out, I feel like possibly you could do more with that. Like, you could be in a high priestess energy, but able to move around more, or something. There's something different about your energy. So then we have vanity, or maybe something changed, like you started a workout routine, lost a little bit of weight, and people have noticed that, even if it's not just weight, but it could be baggage of some kind, like some type of clingy energy that was demons perhaps clinging to you before, causing you to age in some way. The clock is going backwards. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you're gonna look a lot younger than you did today, tomorrow, than you did yesterday. Something on with that energy. Okay, so you have Queen of Candles without the black cat. I'm not going to speak too loudly about them because they are stalkers, but there's something unattractive about this. So maybe you lost your wand, or something that people were attaching themselves to. And like the last reading was Don't Act Ugly, or which reading was that? One of those playlists, either It Feels Good. Okay, it was in the playlist Ending Cycles. So it was like, don't act ugly. But that's what I'm getting. Like, that ugliness had its benefit and it had its role. Like, just 1% of that ugliness can protect you in so many ways that being too pretty might not, or being too nice might not. So just a little bit of ugliness will go a long way. Look at the Devil card coming out. You definitely have a skill when it comes to this intuition here, being very, very skilled. Okay, you could be a psychic as well, but it's like just a little bit of devilish energy, or basically just like something rebellious about you. Like, even Jesus rebelled, and that's what I'm getting. Like, just rebel just a little tiny bit, because if you do everything perfectly, I'm going to put you in a box very quickly, and that box could be a coffin, because they try to treat you like they're your pet, and it could lead to autism. Like, you're supposed to feed on all their feelings. You're supposed to care about their feelings. And it's almost like they don't have any boundaries up. They're not holding it down. Okay. Like Jesus holds it down. Okay, but this card is coming out. I'm going to clarify this. This clinginess being clarified by the Ace of Water is love. I feel like it's your love that they're clinging to. I'm like stumbling all over my words. Okay, so there's 6 of Wands here. This person was celebrated. This is the image of the guy on a horse and everybody's celebrating him. So that's coming up for this excellency. Yeah, it seems like it's coming from your fans. The water, it could be you that's giving them water. And there's something about the way I pronounce that. I don't know how that's coming out. is, oh yeah, so there's something about you being from a certain place, like you have an accent does not like the people around you. So somebody could be picking up on that. And then you have justice here, 8 of justice. Like you could be from, the word it started with an M, like Minnesota, Minneapolis, or something like that, or a mega city, megatropolis type of city, and people are picking up on that. So you have justice here. Maybe it's had something to do with the balance, because balance was coming up quite a bit, or you being able to balance your charm and balance your excellency. But it's charmlessness here, so ugly and pretty, or good and bad, like a blend of that. You could be a mixed race individual, or someone who mixes their race. Like even if you look a certain way, I feel like it's very hard to tell because your emotions are mixed, and that's really what people read. Like you don't side with any one dogma, and so they're really trying to read like if they can trigger you, or get you excited, but they can't, so they don't know what you are. Is ambiguous. You have a tower here, a tower falling. It's about your vanity. I feel like this energy has to do with you saving face or not saving face. Like they're trying to get the mask to drop, but if you don't care about the mask, you don't give a damn. That's what I feel. And it's just like what they see is what is. There's no mask, it's just your face. And it's also coming off like Robert De Niro when he said he's an actor. It was during an interview. He said, like, there's a close-up on his face. Look at his face. I'm acting, now I'm not acting. I'm acting, now I'm not acting. And there really wasn't much of a difference. So that's what I'm feeling like. It was just a tiny little glimmer of you putting on a show, and then it disappears when you don't put on a show, and it's literally just the same, and nobody can really tell the difference. So you have 9 of Wands. They can't knock down your tower if they don't know where it is. Like you have this invisibility cloak that's hiding all your emotions, and they just can't read your energy and cling to you like they want. 9 of Wands here. Like what I'm getting from this is there's something youthful about you that has really not allowed to grow up with this energy. Unfortunately, that could have been your biggest dream, to grow up. I just want to grow up, and that's it. Like, if anything, just get me out of this childhood. But I feel like for some of y'all, you're going to be a child forever as a child of God, because you have to keep humbling yourself and keep changing your thoughts and your mind about things. Also because you could be someone who's much older and you're living from generation to generation, and it's like the 20 somethings who are in control or are the center of attention, but you're also in the center of attention. So it's because you're like a child. I'm sure y'all don't need to tell you that. You could be a vampire. Something coming up about that. Robert De Niro. Who else was it? Nicolas Cage. Some of these actors, they could be vampires, like living really long because they know how to turn back the clock. Let's get a couple cards. Justice is coming out twice. You could be someone in a justice system, or you could feel like you're in prison. Like the earth could feel like a prison, or maybe you're an angel, like an earth angel, or someone who's being trapped on earth, and then renewal. You be rising up. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. So maybe it's time for somebody to move on. You've been here for a while. Maybe you could be in your hundreds, but people still think you're 70 something. I don't know. That's magical. I'm not going to cling to that energy, because right now I feel like what the energy is bad doing. And I also feel like, I don't know, like you might not be equipped to carry other people's problems. Like that's what's coming out with this vanity and the youthfulness. Like you're used to just being your own and carrying your own weight, not other people's. So if that's something you're resonating with, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the playlist. It's called Don't Stop, and I'll see you in the next one.